Modern espionage relies on two distinctly different strategies. On one hand, intelligence agencies attempt to monitor the entire globe from afar. On the other, they execute high-risk physical interventions deep in hostile territory. The United States Central Intelligence Agency represents the first approach. The CIA operates with massive financial resources, a sprawling bureaucratic scale, and global technological dominance. Israel's National Intelligence Agency, the Mossad, represents the second approach. Their methodology relies on localized focus, extreme operational agility, and a ruthless reputation for precision strikes. How does a regional agency with a fraction of the budget outmaneuver the richest, most expansive spy network on Earth to earn a reputation as the most intelligent? This chart shows the sheer numerical reality of their divide. The CIA commands an annual budget of $73.4 billion and tens of thousands of staff members. Mossad operates with an estimated $3 billion and roughly 7,000 personnel. To survive, Mossad has to rely on an asymmetric advantage. In military strategy, an asymmetric advantage is the deliberate use of unconventional tactics by a smaller force to defeat a much larger, better-funded opponent. Mossad cannot simply buy global data dominance the way the Americans do. Their survival depends entirely on audacity and extreme risk tolerance. After World War II, the United States structured the CIA with a specific foundation of mandate: act as a global administrator to prevent strategic surprises across every continent. The CIA achieves this broad awareness through unparalleled technological infrastructure. They utilize multi-billion-dollar supercomputing clouds and massive SIGINT networks. SIGINT, or signals intelligence, is information gathered by intercepting electronic communications and digital transmissions. Slowing slightly, but massive scale comes with a critical flaw. Ingesting that much data creates excessive noise, and the resulting fragmented communication often cripples high-stakes decision-making. The 1961 Bay of Pigs disaster perfectly illustrates this vulnerability. A lack of timely, filtered intelligence led directly to a devastating public failure, ending with captured Brigade 2506 members paraded in front of cameras. This specific communication breakdown forced President Kennedy to construct the first White House Situation Room. He needed a dedicated physical space just to bypass the intelligence bureaucracy and filter out the noise. The CIA's immense size gives them a massive advantage for data collection, but it turns into a heavy anchor when rapid, coordinated execution is required. Mossad was born out of existential survival. Founded after 1948 by David Ben-Gurion, the agency focused exclusively on immediate, localized threats, rather than maintaining global administrative order. This organizational chart shows Mossad's streamlined chain of command, reporting directly to the Prime Minister. This flat hierarchy allows contrarian protocols like the 11th Man Doctrine, where an officer acts as devil's advocate to prevent fatal groupthink during high-stakes planning. Mossad's internal architecture is mathematically optimized for surgical speed and decisive action. They removed the administrative bottlenecks that plague larger agencies. While the CIA relies heavily on servers and satellites, Mossad masters HUMINT, or human intelligence. HUMINT is intelligence gathered directly from human sources through interpersonal contact and physical infiltration. To achieve this, Mossad utilizes the Cyanim Network, or a decentralized global diaspora of civilian volunteers willing to provide logistical support and safe harbor to Mossad operatives with no questions asked. This localized, human-driven methodology allows Mossad to execute incredibly audacious, long-range missions that satellites cannot accomplish. They extracted high-value targets like Nazi architect Adolf Eichmann from hostile foreign soil, placing him directly into this glass trial booth. Technology can tell an agency where a target is located, but only an embedded human network provides the agility required to physically reach out and grab them. Despite their opposing methodologies, these two agencies are not pure rivals. The CIA and Mossad operate in a highly effective, deeply intertwined, and symbiotic partnership. The exchange of value is exact. The CIA provides unparalleled financial backing and macro-level surveillance platforms. Mossad provides micro-level execution and localized infiltration capabilities in the Middle East. We see this joint success in their combined campaigns to monitor and disrupt Iranian nuclear ambitions, perfectly merging American cyber weapons with Israeli ground intelligence. The world's most robust security architecture relies on combining the global map of the CIA with the on-the-ground detail of the Mossad. Much agency is definitively the most intelligent. If intelligence is defined by the sheer volume of global data collection and the maintenance of an international security order, the CIA remains entirely unmatched. If intelligence is defined by asymmetric efficiency, the audacity to accept extreme risk, and the ability to execute pinpoint kinetic operations, Mossad stands completely alone. Modern espionage has moved past simple data accumulation. Success requires ruthless organizational agility to act while the window of opportunity remains open.